people from Africa to do our work in America. That's not a lie.
Yeah, I never claimed that slavery didn't exist. I'm not sure what.
That's immigration.
No, stop saying that. It's not immigration. What is wrong with these people?
What?
Are you calling yourself art today?
This is my. We're at an art festival, and so this is my art.
And so you're what? Right wing because of the sign, or are you mocking democracy?
How would I be mocking democracy?
I'm just saying, like, are you truly a left and you're just saying, hey, try to change my mind in a...
No, I'm conservative, and I go to protest every week. I talk to people on the other side every week, and I found a common theme every time I talk to somebody. They seem to support policies and they engage in rhetoric that makes me really come to the conclusion that they don't like this country. And anybody who might disagree with me, I'm just opening a dialogue, so maybe I've got the wrong idea this whole time.
Well, I'm not going to engage because we...
So here's what's happening. Caitlin Bennett is going around with a sign that says the left hates America and no one can change my mind. And people are walking up to her and saying, no, that's not true. I'm leftist. We'll see. So I'm excited for this video. I don't think leftists hate America, but let's see where she's getting with this. Let's go.
We do have a common thread, and that is we both love America, but our ideas are of what America should look like and what the founding fathers wanted for America.
Right. What do you think that was?
Is for every person under the dome of America to have rights.
Yeah.
And that is not from what I've experienced from the right.
Okay, go more into that.
Well, take Florida, for instance. We're getting a lot of our freedoms just taken away and stripped down from us.
Which freedoms?
Reading, for one.
The freedom to read?
Okay, she completely just made that up. Her freedoms are not being stripped and taken away from her at all. I don't know where she's getting this information from.
Well, not the freedom to read, because I understand that you can go online and read books and stuff, but
I'm going to switch you sides.
Telling us, for instance, what material is appropriate for our families.
Right.
When that should be the decision of the mom and the dad.
Yeah.
Not the school board telling us what we should be discussing in our own personal homes.
Yeah, so I could definitely defend the law and the rights, Parental Rights and Education Act by DeSantis. I fully support that. I think that there are certain... Well,
do you have kids?
I have two, yep. And there are books on that list that have just been taken out of the public school system that are extremely pornographic and disgusting.
Do you read those books?
No, and I don't think...
In the books that are on the banned list, because several of them that I have personally read.
Yeah.
And we're talking about people on the school board, people who go to the school board meetings, that deem in their personal, with no children in the school system, deem that it's their responsibility to take books that I may deem.
Yeah. So I love that conversation, but that's actually not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about how I believe the left, with their rhetoric and their policies, don't like America. They hate this country. Okay. And if you would like, I would love to give you some examples.
No, that won't be necessary because I understand where you're coming from.
Where am I coming from?
That you're trying to get people to change your mind that the left does not love America.
Yeah.
But that is such a broad stroke of you hate this, or because you don't support this, you must hate America.
I seem to get the...
Here's what I'll say. It is very hard, or at least in the past few years, it's very hard to find people who are majority left-leaning saying good things about America online. I don't think they hate America like aggressively. I want to know, but they have this very like anti-nationalist type of perspective where they will borderline refuse to say I love America on social media. They will just not say it. And if you're going around with that perspective and you only critique something, it's not unreasonable for someone to say that you hate said thing that you only critique.
Point from their rhetoric and their policies that they must hate this country. But if I'm wrong and I've been misled, I would love for someone to change my mind.
I don't think I have enough time to talk to you about changing your mind.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm in the middle. I'm an independent.
Okay.
And I got a very open mind. I look at both sides. My family is both-sided. I come from a military family.
Nice.
And I love this country.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's got hope. It's going to have peace. And it's going to be okay.
Well, first of all, tell your family I said thank you for their service, first of all. And as someone who's more in the middle and doesn't really dive real strongly to either side, do you have an opinion broadly and generally speaking of who loves America more, the right or the left?
Wow, that's amazing.
I don't know.
Don't know?
I know, because I've got both sides of my family, and they're both very, very patriotic.
Okay.
I don't know how the general public feels.
Yeah.
But
just your opinion. Like when you look at the left, you look at the right, you look at the rhetoric and the policies on both, just generally speaking, do you lean one way or the other? But I think that side might love America a little bit more.
I think the left.
You think the left loves America more?
The close left.
Okay.
The close.
Okay. What makes you think that?
Because of the way my family feels, the way I feel.
Okay.
So, and I think we have to have faith in the young people that are coming up, and they should not be influenced by all kinds of talk and speeches. But those people right next to me are criticizing my choice.
Were they talking about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, hey, you can have your opinion. You can have a dialogue and everything. I will say, and if you don't want to speak to me after this, you don't have to.
Oh, no.
The reason I think about this is because I talk to people on the left every week. It's part of my job. What I do, I go to protests and I talk to them. And I kind of get the same sense from them that they think this country was built on evil and racism and terrible things. They hate what Donald Trump is doing with securing our border. And they love the idea of allowing abortions up until birth. And I just don't think that these are policies or rhetoric from people who love this country and want to see it thrive. They want to dismantle ICE. They want to tear down our border walls. They want to throw out a duly elected president that most of the country voted for. And it just seems like a lot of hate is coming from them.
That's too bad. I don't feel that way. I'm giving Mr. Trump all the...
I will say slavery was one of the it was one of the economic engines of early America, but that does not mean America itself was built on slavery or racism or bigotry. America was ironically one of the first Western civilizations to end slavery. America also is unironically called the land of the free because we fight for freedoms. That's what we're known for, to fight for freedom. So when people have such a negative perspective on the United States, I need them to realize that America is the greatest nation on earth. There are no other lands better than the U.S. And obviously, America's not perfect. We're in an imperfect world. And that's just the reality. There are nations where people are still slaves today. Like right now, there's caste systems that exist. But in America, you would never even know that because we're so much detached from that level of barbaric behavior that we think that our problems here are the biggest problems on earth. But when I tell you there are much bigger issues happening right now, So God bless America. I'm thankful to be from here. And yeah, let's go.
support I can.
Perfect.
I think he's doing a good job. I did not vote for him, but I open-mindedly am watching what he's doing, and he's coming along good.
All right.
And
So maybe he loves America.
I think he does.
Okay.
I think he does. And I believe that the border problem was decades and decades old.
It was the worst under Joe Biden.
It should have stopped a long time ago.
Yeah. So are you okay with what Trump's doing with the border and ICE agents?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love to have a perspective by someone who says they're in the middle and they say it's good what he's doing with that. So anyway, it's so hot out here. My feet are literally burning.
I know.
Yeah, go get a drink.
I had a comment because I heard a reference to military.
Yes.
I'm a military widow. Husband's are 27 years. I'm so offended that anybody thinks that the left's rhetoric supports what our nation was founded on. I'm 70 years old, and when I heard her make that statement, I just came unglued because I know what we fought for. I know what my husband went over and fought for, and all the freedoms that we are in the past have fought for are trying to be taken away from us on the left. The Republican side is trying to conserve freedom, family values, save babies, and the left is doing the total opposite. Want to inundate our country with people that my grandparents came here as from Italy through Ellis Island the right way and worked hard in coal mines and farms, and now we're just supposed to open our borders and let anybody come in. I can't support that, nor does our military. That's what we fought for.
And here's the thing. This whole illegal immigration thing is so bizarre to me because I'm really shocked that people are willing to die on this hill. Like, I really cannot believe it. Of all the issues to fight for, you're fighting for illegal immigration to exist. You aren't fighting for a new path to American citizenship. That's not what you're fighting for, because that goes to lobbying for Congress. And if you go to Congress for that, you can't blame Trump. So you're not fighting for new paths to citizenship. You're fighting for illegal immigrants to be able to come to the United States whenever they want. And that, to me, is such a strange, genuinely strange thing to want to happen. It's so strange to me. Because it's unsustainable. It can't last even if you wanted it to. And now you're putting people who are illegal immigrants, now they have a target on their back. It doesn't help anyone. I just don't understand it. But let's continue.
America was inherently built on racism, and we're evil, and we committed genocide to be here. America shouldn't even exist because we're on stolen land. Furthermore, they promote policies that weaken our southern border, and they just let anybody in. And a lot of people don't even, a lot of people that I talk to don't even support ICE or a southern border being protected in general, and they think that there's no reason for a border. What's the point of a country? How can you love a country that you don't even think has the right to protect itself? So those are two main points that...
your immigration policy, where do you think you came from? What school system were you in prior to this? Were you taught in the South or were you taught in the North?
Yeah, I'm from Ohio.
You're from Ohio?
Yeah.
So in our school system here in Florida and the South, they changed the history books to say that slavery was just a picnic for African American slaves.
Yeah, that's not true.
And that is not true. But this is
it's not true that they did not do that.
We could agree to disagree.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree to disagree with the lie. That's inherently false. Okay. But could you touch on the topics that I mentioned?
Yes, I'm talking about immigration and how
you're talking about slavery.
So that would be a form of immigration.
Okay.
We stole.
What? I cannot believe she just said that. I can't believe she just said that. What? I cannot believe that. She just said slavery was a form of immigration. And here's the thing, bro. If you guys don't know the history of black people in the United States, we were brought here as slaves. Meaning that we had no choice to come here. We did not migrate to the United States. We were brought here as slaves by slave owners. That's our history. Over 400 years ago, that's what happened. And now, in 2025, you have people who are saying that we migrated. Bro, I really cannot believe this. Wow.
And kidnap people from Africa to do our work in America. That's not a lie.
Yeah, I never claimed that slavery didn't exist. I'm not sure what.
That's immigration.
I don't think that.
No, stop saying that. It's not immigration. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with them? That's not the same as illegal immigration. Oh my God. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. This is insane. This is insane. I cannot believe this. I've never heard this topic before. But I felt that people thought this. I felt that people thought this because they keep trying to drag black people into these immigration debates. They keep trying to drag them in. I'm just, why are y'all dragging black people, black Americans into illegal immigration debate. But now I see it. They think that we migrated to the United States. And they think that we might get deported.
It's immigration. I think that's the slave trade, and it was criminal and it was disgusting.
Exactly. But you can't say that we weren't a country raised on slavery when it's true. All the encampments that we did of...
I didn't make that claim, though. Back to my claim, I said when I talk to people, they all say that America was started on an inherent evil basis, that America shouldn't even exist because we are on stolen land, and that we haven't...
that any leftist has said we shouldn't exist as America. We should exist. America wasn't America when we came.
Right.
It was people coming over with the idea of how they wanted America to be.
Right.
And I don't believe that any leftist would say shouldn't be America. So
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure where you're getting your information from.
From
but
the hundreds of people I talk
very
to
easy
every month.
to research this information yourself. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't need to be out. I mean, you can certainly, and talking to different people and different people's opinions. But once you're in that trove of talking to people that are like-minded and all these ideas just swirl around and there's no compromise. There's no compromise of idea sharing. It's your opinion. Now tell me why my opinion is wrong. Are you actually like...
Your opinion is... I don't even know how to respond to this because I've never heard an opinion that's so wrong before. Like, and I've never heard an opinion that was just so wrong. I don't know what to say. Wow. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Your opinion is wrong because you're trying to conflate Black Americans whose ancestors migrated or didn't migrate. Now it's stuck in my head. No, it's not migration. Who came here due to the Atlantic slave trade. You're trying to, I guess, relate that to illegal immigration. That's the most insane thing I probably heard in my whole time doing YouTube videos. I don't even know how to really combat this because it's just so outlandish. But let's continue.
Considering that your opinions could be wrong.
I literally say change my mind. Yeah, that's the whole point. Is that I could be wrong, so I'm here. I'm open to people telling me I'm wrong, proving that I'm wrong, and changing my mind. The sign literally says it.
It literally is clickbait.
Perhaps maybe you're just not doing a good job of changing my mind.
I'm not here to change your mind.
Okay.
I don't think that your mind can be changed, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're under the dome of what your opinions are, and that's where you will stand.
Okay. What do you love about America?
I love the freedoms that we're allotted. I'm happy to be a woman and be able to vote. I'm happy to be a woman and be able to own my own land.
Right.
I'm happy.
You can do that in many places in the world. Why do you love America?
That's one of the foundations of America.
Right.
Is the strives that we have made. Women weren't allowed to even, they were property, just like African Americans were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anybody who was not a white man at the time was considered a pet. I mean, we've made strides. Our democracy, our check and balances. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of things that sets America apart from the rest of the world.
I believe broadly that the left, with their rhetoric and their policies, seems to hate America.
So I'm going to end the video right there. Let me know what you think about that. I really can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just so shocking to me. But let me know what you guys think about this video and her specifically in the comments below. My name is LFR Jojo, and I'll see you in the next video.